Hey, everybody.
Hey!
You're lighting up.
That was such a great show. So much fun.
Well, I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, Susie. Susie is sort of the MC of the day. She helped us figure out all the streaming stuff, and she's sort of our liaison, tech liaison for the mansion. So thank you so much for everything that you did for us today and leading up to this and figuring out like how to walk us through how to use the Zoom stuff that we should probably be really good at by now, but we're not. All this stuff. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys were really fun to work with. Let me tell you. What we're going to do now, if you don't mind, is I'm going to start out and ask you a question, and then I think we're going to open it up. Ted has a question or two, and we'll open it up for everybody else.
Okay.
Okay, my question is, I'm wondering how you all came together as a group, and if there was any musical influences or genres or anything that you all share in common that you have a passion for, or an artist. What can you tell me?
Yeah, so we all met because we were sort of all floating around like the Northern Virginia music scene at the same time. And so Jack was up here playing music. I was in Northern Virginia playing music, and Thomas and Josh have known each other since high school. And so they've been playing music, 17 different bands they've been in. They've been playing music together for a long time. And I guess I got introduced to Thomas through a mutual music friend, but a year before that, this was like 2013, I was looking for a drummer. And so I was like, post 2012. Gosh. I was like posting on like, I don't even know what it was, Craigslist music stuff. And I was just looking for a drummer, and I was trying to audition people, and I like couldn't find anybody who was like, had the same motivation or whatever, but we managed to link up. And then we did an audition like 5 minutes, and I was like, this is the guy. And so we've been playing music since 2012. And then a year later, I met Thomas, and then through Thomas, I met Josh. And then by 2014, we were doing music stuff together. So ever since then, we've just been doing our thing. And I guess the genre or the groups that link us are many. We have a pretty eclectic music tastes between the four of us, but we're all linked by our mutual love for 80s, 70s, 80s hair metal, just like over the top dramatic, spectacular rock stuff, musical theater, of course. And yeah, so we have a lot of music tastes that sort of link us, but that also helps explain like the very wide range of musical flavors that you get when you listen to Burn the Ballroom songs. We're inspired by so much stuff, and so much different music brought us together. And so we're always like doing something different. Every song is a little bit different every time that we do something. Well, yeah, I hope you like that novel I just gave you. Sorry.
Well, I can certainly tell that you have a big sound from that last song. Yeah, it was really something.
Anybody else got a question?
I think
Ted, right?
Ted, do you have anything you want to add?
First of all, I want to thank you guys so much for performing this afternoon. I hope you're enjoying the mansion, and I hope you're able to kind of explore around a little bit.
It's been incredible. So cool. This whole weekend, we've just been exploring. I got lost twice in here, and I think I was telling Josh about the log cabin room, and I was telling them about it all weekend, but I only found it on accident, like right before we started doing this. And I was like, this is the thing I was telling you about, but it's been amazing. So thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, while you were there, we did move the log cabin over 2 buildings. Just kidding. You are kind of performing acoustically. Do you get to do that often, or are you basically a big sound band?
So we do both. So when, there isn't a pandemic, we do a lot of overseas touring, and we do a lot of stuff where we partner up with the State Department for that. And when we go do those tours, which I think we're going to be able to go do again in the fall, when we do that, like during the day, we'll do this kind of thing with this pretty much the same setup. And then at night, we'll do full band, rock, loud, stadium style kind of thing. So this is fun because, especially for the new music, it gives us a chance to sort of explore these brand new songs in a different way, and we get to hear them all over again for the first time when you're doing it acoustic. And so we don't get to do it a lot. This is probably the first time we've all been performing together in like a year, but we love doing it.
So with the State Department gig, it sounds like a pretty good gig. I guess you're spies by day and musicians by night. Is that how it
Yeah,
works?
everybody thinks that, and we're not gonna try to dispel those rumors. I feel like there's a Netflix show in there somewhere, but everyone's like, "You guys are spies, right?" And we're like, "I don't know." So maybe.
Maybe you should listen to a little bit more Steely Dan, and you'll get the idea.
Yeah.
Because, well, I can't say anything. Anyway,
Sure.
Beatle influences at all?
Big influences. We have so many. I mean, I'm personally influenced by Queen. It's probably the biggest, but Thomas and I, we had the great privilege and honor of doing a show with our friend Celine Devenant in France. She brought us out for some stuff in Paris, and like one of the big pilgrimages we had to make was we went to Pierre Lachaise cemetery, where Chopin and many of our heroes are buried, and we were like walking, like me and Thomas, lots of tattoos and stuff. People are like, "Oh, are you here for Jim Morrison?" We were like, "What? No, we're here for Chopin."
Down the way, Chopin.
Yeah, and so we just, he and I have a crazy passionate love for Baroque and romantic classical stuff, and then Jack comes from a lineage of musicians. His father is a great musician. His uncle, we call him Uncle Bill, cousin Bill, whatever, is in Firehouse. Awesome, incredible band, and so we listen to a lot of stuff. But our influences are many, and I think that's reflected in the music that we play.
So if anybody has a question, just raise your hand, unmute yourself, and speak up.
Hey, go for it.
Hi, my name is Asa, and what
Hey, Asa,
will
I see you.
the band be doing?
You can ask.
Well, will the band be doing a show for all ages? And what is the band's favorite song, starting with Thomas?
Ooh, I like that. So,
Gonna lean in here.
yeah.
Hey, so how's it going? Yeah, I think we're gonna be probably soon, once venues open up, we're definitely gonna do a local Northern Virginia show. And that's all ages. We prefer to do that. Kind of ups the venue sometimes, but
Yes.
yes, we'll get you. And the favorite song, probably that last one, Threnody. That was really fun for me to get to.
Are you asking for the band's favorite song of Burn the Ballroom music, or you mean just like any song?
Any song?
Any song. Threnody, same song.
Really? A hard sell.
Where do you guys play locally? When there is no pandemic.
So Rob here was asking where we play when there is no pandemic. That's an excellent question. So Jack is in Nashville. Sometimes we play there, here. It's been a while, but mostly we've been focused on like the State Department stuff and putting out new music. So we've been sort of bouncing around.
The last time we played.
What's your favorite song?
Jam and Java. The last
My
place we played?
favorite song changes all the time. It's hard to say. So this week I'm going to go with, and this is just for fun. Every week it changes. This week I'm going to go with Saturday Night by the Bay City Rollers.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yeah, great singer, great singer. Josh?
Yeah, that is here we go. I'm just gonna get all up in here. Yeah, it's a hard question, like you said, but probably just anything by Led Zeppelin and just pick one. That song.
You pick one.
The Led Zeppelin song.
The Led Zeppelin song. Yeah. They're all every album.
That is a fantastic answer. I'll just go with the shameless cousin plug. I'll say All She Wrote by Firehouse.
Firehouse. Check them out.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
I'm pointing like people can.
Oh, you want to say that?
Go ahead, Deborah.
Hey guys, missed you
Hey.
bunch. Can't wait till you guys play back in person. But my main question is the EP available for pre-order? And if so, where can I get that? Because it's killing me to have to wait.
So it's not available yet, but we're going to be posting about that in the next week or so. But the whole thing is going to be out next month. We're still trying to pick a date. We're really hoping to do a music video for one of the songs for Still, which you heard tonight. So we're hoping that we can get it to line up where we get the video done and we release it at the same time. But stay tuned, and in the next week-ish, you will know all of those answers.
Awesome. Because I have you guys on notification highlights. So everything you guys post pops up top and first for me.
Thank you.
Also, great job tonight. Great job. I was
Thank
so
you.
excited to hear all the songs.
And we miss you.
Missed you too. And also, when you guys played Fall with me, I lost my mind because ever since Thomas put the thing on Instagram,
Oh yeah.
I've been dying to hear that song. So thank you for actually playing it.
Sneak preview.
Yeah, Thomas did an Instagram post where he was tracking the solo for the song and was so justifiably rightly excited about the solo. So he just posted him playing the song. So everybody got to hear 12 seconds of Fall With Me with no context.
Just the solo.
So yeah, that's what that was about.
So, hey guys, I can tell you that the Mansion folks would love to have that album on their store.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, as soon as we get it, and I think we want to do a cool vinyl pressing as well. So that would be something we should definitely hang on the wall around here. Yeah.
70
Trapdoor.
$1 billion.
Anybody else?
Hey guys, I have a question. Wondering, how's it going?
Hey.
And wondering, have you guys played pool in the Beatles room at the mansion? And who won?
Well, okay, not yet. We're literally, I'm just when are we done with this? Because I have to go play pool upstairs. So we're going to do that. I told them all that we have to do it. We haven't done it yet. And it's absurd because we've been here all weekend. But as soon as we're done, there's a secret pool room, an amazing billiards table. And we're going to go do that immediately afterwards. And I'm sure you're going to see it on
Tweeter and TikTok.
Tweeter and TikTok is what Josh just said. Tweeter and TikTok.
Well, you have to also play the pinball machine on the second floor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have much to do.
We're gonna see how long we can just live here without getting kicked out.
I mean, the thing is, we were saying this, I think if we just decided to live here, I don't know how long it would take before they would even know.
Well, they found it.
Because there's over 70 secret passages in this mansion. And the people who work here are I've found 40. So I feel we could probably get away with it for a while.
You can hide just in the secret passage for.
I could probably just sit right here. And if I don't move, they're going to be oh, look,
Price
he's
tag
a
on
wax.
it?
It's a
Yeah.
puzzle.
It's a puzzle.
Yeah.
H is listening.
Yes.
No, we're not gonna do that.
So I'm not going to
That's our
live.
plan for what we're not
We're
gonna do.
not spies.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not spies.
Well, not spies. You're welcome to stay here as long as you want.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we got it on record. She said we could live here forever. That's what I heard.
Hey, speaking of spies, how did you get or hook up with the State Department?
Yeah, so randomly out of the blue, I got an email from like a friend of the friend who was working for the State Department, who was a Foreign Service officer in Rome, and he was affiliated with the program that they've been running since the 50s. So we're the first rock band to partner up with the State Department and for the American Music Abroad program, which they've been running in various forms under different names. And the first act to go out was Louis Armstrong and Dizzy Gillespie. And this guy he wrote me and said, the program is still going on. We need to, he was like, I really think we should inject some new life into it. They're sending out like Zydeco bands and like jazz quartets to like try to reach the youths of the world, and it's not like resonating. And I think we should, he was like, I'm a big fan of Burn the Ballroom. I think you guys should reach out. So we did. And then like, this was 2015. And then we had an interview and an audition up in New York, and they just loved it. And so they sent us out, and that's when we did our North Africa, Middle East tour. We did Tunisia, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia, and it was amazing. And ever since then, like we've just been sort of bouncing around doing partnership programs or just like one-off tours in places like Russia and Central Asia. And that was just really cool. But it was just like one super fan who was tired of hearing what he thought was the same old music. And so he was like, I want my favorite band to go do a thing. And so he reached out to us, and that's how we got linked up with that.
But they send a lot of great music out.
They do send a lot of, well, yeah, and especially over the last several years, they've been sending out a lot of different genres. They've really been branching out probably since we started. A lot of great bands, a lot of cool styles, a lot of fusion styles. And so American Music Abroad is doing a lot of really cool stuff, sending people all over the place.
So this is an ongoing thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a grant program.
It's a grant program.
The Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs.
But then because of that, we've just made friends with people like, various, embassy officers, consulate officers. And so people will just say like, hey, we've got an event and we really think that Burn the Ballroom has like a good way of connecting with people. So they'll just have us out for these different things all over the place. And so we're hoping to get back out in the fall, but we're really looking forward to that. It's just really cool. We're really lucky, and we just managed to sort of stumble our way into that. That's
amazing. Hey, I want to ask a question. There's in the comments that somebody wanted me to ask.
It'll work as well as it used to.
Ask you to clear up a debate between her husband and herself.
Okay.
The lines from Threnody, I'll kiss the ring from the floor. What is your meaning for that?
It was like bowing down and kissing the ring. It was like paying homage to the main character of the story. Yeah, as Josh would, one of those things.
I don't know how to phrase that.
Well, I hope that cleared things up.
I actually really want to know, like, what was at stake in that debate?
What were the two options?
The marriage.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm reading the comments. Hopefully they heard you, so I can tell you. But in the meantime, does anybody else have any questions?
Hey guys, I'm Audrey, and I wanted to thank you for sharing your gifts tonight with us. And it was really nice to hear some live music. It felt interactive. Imagine that. Wouldn't have thought that a couple years ago, would you?
Yeah.
But anyway, we're calling you from Ireland tonight, and it's 12:30 in the morning on a school night. But my 9.5-year-old and I are up. We snuck out down here to listen to you guys, and he is such a huge fan. He's feeling very shy, but he wanted to know if you were ever going to play in Ireland.
We absolutely would love to do that. And, again, once stuff starts opening up, that's on our list. We've got a long list, but that's pretty high up on the list. We would love to come out. I've actually never even had a chance to visit. Thomas has never had a chance. I mean, look at Jack. Of course he's been. It's like that's where he got his beard. But it's on our list. We would love to come out. In fact, you should send us an email. Like, let us know, like, when we start planning, like, where should we go? What are the cool venues that you love to go to? We'd love to know all that stuff so we can plan ahead and try to make that happen.
Thank you. Do you hear that, Cole?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yes.
Anybody else?
Who else?
Yeah, feel free to unmute and just.
Hi, I don't know how to do this. Anyways, my name's Jasmine. By the way, great job tonight. So my first question is a little bit for myself of, do you guys ever plan to do any tours or any shows in New England? Since you are more.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I've got my sister who lives in outside Boston. And so, I mean, we love New England. We've all sort of individually done shows there, and then we've done some acoustic stuff there. But I mean, again,
A Halloween show there?
oh yeah, that'd be good.
Ooh.
Yeah, we would love to. We would love to come up and do New England.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it's a great spooky place for Halloween.
Yeah. I got to drive through Salem. Literally, just
Ooh.
drove through Salem on Halloween this past year just to say that I did it. And they were like, "You can't get out of your car." And I was like, "Yes, but I just want to see it." And it was amazing. And I would love to do a New England tour. Absolutely.
Awesome. I guess then my second question for everyone is, what were your favorite venues to ever play, and why?
I think we might all.
Besides the Three Rocks Festival. And the
So yeah. So I think our favorite show so far was a festival in Vladivostok, Russia. But like, that's not really a venue. Just outdoors, when you have like so many people who are just excited about music, that's always our favorite. Outside with people. But otherwise, for me personally, most of our my favorite shows were in like smaller clubs where you're right with everybody. It's not just like, you don't just have like the rail or whatever and like the space between you and the audience, and then everybody's sort of like out there and you've got the lights and you can't really see anything. I love the ones where we've done stuff at even Empire, which is here in Northern Virginia. Yeah, it's closed now. Jam and Java, like the 200, 400, 500 person clubs where it's like, it's just like this. We're just like being goofy and we like play our songs, and then we're just like, "Hey, there's that guy, I know you." And then we just hanging out and you feel like everybody's sort of like all in the same, we're right all here together doing this one thing together. I think the clubs are my favorite. What about you? Jack?
Yeah, so I'm from Richmond. So like I grew up like cutting my teeth in all of the rock clubs there, but there's a venue there called the National Theater in Richmond, and it's probably like a 1,400 cap room, but it's a 100-year-old theater that got saved and then turned into a music venue, and it's the coolest. Well, maybe not the coolest, but it's one of the coolest places I think in the country to play. And it sounds really freaking loud in there too. So
It's cool. It's got the balconies.
yeah, it has like the mezzanines and I mean, it was built in like 1900. So that's probably my favorite place.
What about you, Josh?
Oh, it was good. Definitely the mansion. My favorite.
Smart.
Smart. Followed closely by Thomas's mom's basement.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Venue rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. She hates our music.
She does not.
She does not.
Juanita is a
Just
fan.
kidding.
Rams Head in Baltimore. I really like.
Oh, yeah.
Rams Head. Yeah.
Baltimore.
In Baltimore. Cool spot. A lot of cool spots.
Well, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Feel free to unmute.
Oh, yeah. I see a hand.
I keep pointing like they
Yeah.
can,
We
like
can't see your
like they
names very
know.
well.
Yeah, you can mute and talk. Okay. Yeah, just that guy. Just tell him.
Unmute Matthew.
Oh, Matthew, yeah.
Tell Matthew.
Yeah, unmute and then just ask your question.
I think he's just-
All right. Well, y'all said
Hi.
you had a lot of
There he is.
musical theater influences, and I was wondering, are there any shows in particular or any particular songs from shows that really inspired you to make the music you do?
From
No,
Have
anything
you
like
seen
that you see a
shows?
show.
hmm,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
Yeah.
Muse.
Thomas said Muse is one. I mean, Thomas and I, we both love Muse, and that's always been pretty inspirational. As far as like musical theater, there's been a lot of musical theater. I mean, Thomas is a big Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phantom of the Opera is a big source of inspiration for us. What? Les Mis. Les Mis is a big one. We just like, the more timpani drums you can throw into a song, the better. But there have been so many good shows, and I think Muse, Queen, some of our favorite bands are clearly inspired by musical theater, and I think we've just sort of like done all we can to sort of carry that torch on to our audiences. It's great if you can take rock and roll, timpani drums, and like way over the top dramatics, and like put them into one song, then like you're set. That's like our favorite.
It's perfect. Well, I love it, and I've been listening to your music since I was in middle school. So, thank you.
Awesome.
Okay, Matthew, do you have a question?
Yes. Hi. So first, I want to say that all of you guys inspired me to start playing music. So thank you for that, because I've been playing for 4 years now. So that's really cool.
Very cool. What do you play?
And my question, well, what do I play?
It's a big
I
question.
play guitar, I play bass guitar, drums, piano, and timpani.
You don't even need a band.
Timpani?
You're your own band.
Yeah. You have to do a cover of one of our songs with all the parts.
Yeah, what's your question?
Okay. So my question is, what were the first songs that each of you learned to play on your respective instruments?
Ode to Joy on piano when I was like 5.
Ode to Joy is Thomas's first one on
Cool.
piano when he was 5 years old, because he's been playing piano for forever. 7,000 years is what he said. I think mine was, I listened to a lot of surf rock when I was in high school. And when I started in like middle school, I was playing things like Dick Dale, like Miserlou or Nitro. Like I wasn't even singing back then. I was just like trying to pretend like I was still like 1962. And I'm like, I just want to play surf rock. So I think I would say Ghost Riders in the Sky, but like the Dick Dale version. That was my first guitar song.
Okay, cool.
What about you, Josh?
Lean on in. Yeah, so I started playing guitar way before I started playing bass. First song on guitar was Nothing Else Matters by Metallica.
Yeah.
And then first song on bass was probably Californication.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very good.
I
I like that you're holding a guitar talking about.
I play it too.
All 4 of us play.
We all
guitar.
play
We all
everything.
play everything, but I think probably my cousin's band that I've mentioned, Firehouse. My first tour. I mean, my first concert was they had just when Warrant came out with Cherry Pie in 1991. I was 4, and that was or 1990, and that was my first concert my parents took me to, and then that like ruined my brain. I think, I don't know what song it would have been, but one of their songs would have been like the first thing that I ever tried to play. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
You want to just untwist that? If we just hand it back and forth.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think we've ever had that question before. Yeah, Josh was like, why are we like passing this super awkward stand around? We have the technology.
Less awkward now for sure.
Yeah, there you
Now,
go.
now that there's no questions left. Perfect. Perfect time.
Get that out of here. Just
I don't want to break something.
away.
You're fine. Anybody else?
Well, does anybody else have any questions?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bradford. Unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brad. more of a comment. First of all, thank you so much tonight. Just fantastic. And I'm very lucky that I've been able to hear Adriel play here in Northern Virginia at some of the vineyards. So that's been awesome. And then recently he said, there's more to, I do a band too. I'm like, you do a band? So he introduced me to you guys, and listening to all your music it's like I've listened to it my whole life. It's so familiar to me, growing up loving Queen, and then Muse. I love Muse. So I'm like, this is just awesome. So again, this is, I can't get enough of. I've listened to all your music already. I can't wait for your new album to come out. So thank you guys.
That is so cool. I'm just so glad that you were able to like get online tonight and like come and hang out. I think I saw you 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
See the full rock band.
Yeah, and then at some point Josh was like, the next step is you get to actually see the whole band.
I
in
can't
real
wait.
life.
I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to that.
So cool.
Well, any other questions? Sheba?
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for setting this up, O Street. This is amazing. And it sounded really good on this side. And it was really cool to see you guys play. Thanks so much for doing this. I had a quick question. So since everything's shut down, a lot of people have been, a lot of musicians have been working on side projects and, just writing and kind of taking the time to, to compose and stuff. And I wanted to ask you guys, have you had the chance to collaborate with any other musicians, or if not, do you have any plans to collaborate with folks to write stuff in the future, like this year?
So we are working on a song with an artist that we met in Tajikistan when we were doing our Central Asia tour in the later part of 2019. And we're hoping to get back there actually this year. So we have a cool song called Stripes that we're working on, and we are collaborating with some Central Asian musicians. And so we're really hoping that we get a chance to come out with that. But there are some COVID restrictions, people can't make it into the studio, blah, blah, blah. So aside from that, I'm not sure if we have any plans.
Funny you should ask, but yes, Jack and I are working on a cover of one of our really favorite metal bands, Children of Bodom. When the singer unfortunately died this past year, we're trying to do just kind of like a tribute cover of it, working with one of our friends, Mikhail from Russia, to do the guitar solos for it. He's been kind of busy with his own album, but we're getting back on track with that. So that'd be pretty somebody we met on overseas on tour. Yeah, we just like people just like playing music all the time and recording stuff. So hopefully that, I don't know if we're going to release that under Burn the Ballroom because it's kind of very different, but it might link to it anyway, just to see the other side of our music ability stuff too.
I mean, not Burn the Ballroom, but where I live, there's been a lot of collaborative stuff in Nashville, and my brother actually put together a record this was actually right after a tornado smashed into Nashville, like right before the lockdown. And he wrote like 14 songs, and there's like 60 musicians from bands like the Goo Goo Dolls and Tonic and Florida Georgia Line and Tanya Tucker's band and stuff like that. And they're all got together and collaborated on these songs to raise money for tornado relief. So that was a pretty cool thing. Although then we needed probably to do some other ones for musician relief. But places like Music Cares was like a really good grant program that provided a lot of musicians with needed funds. So yeah.
Yeah, so not really related to the collaboration, but you mentioned the lockdown gives people a lot more time to sit down and write music and stuff like that. And so the new EP, we put together like our top favorite songs, but I think outside of that, we still had like 10 songs that were kind of in the hopper so a lot of them are mostly finished. So I think that, there's a lot of cool stuff coming.
Yeah. So the lockdown sort of allowed us to take some time to, just sort of reflect on what we wanted to do as far as releasing music. And I think right now the plan is we want to be doing like at least one, maybe two EPs every year from now on, just because it gave this whole past year gave us a chance to really sort of refine how we record stuff and refine our writing process. And so, yeah, we want to be cranking out one song a month, and then like we just sort of like take all of our favorites and sit down and decide which ones make sense to release. And then once or twice a year, we just put out an EP so that we just have like a steady flow of stuff. Now that we've kind of got everything down to a science and we've got a system. So yeah, that's the goal.
Okay, so I think I have one final question for you guys.
Okay.
It's in the comments, and the question is, what are some of y'all's favorite subjects to write about?
Our songs are pretty varied in terms of like subject matter. I think if I had to nail down like a common thread, it's shared experience. I think anything that people can relate to, I don't want to do, there's nothing wrong with having like a bunch of love songs or like my feelings are hurt or whatever the subject matter is, but I feel like there's plenty of that. And so if we can put out music where the subject matter is a little bit more specific, but also something that everyone can relate to, that's kind of what we're aiming for. So, with all the new stuff, I mean, even the 6 songs that we're putting out on the EP next month, it's like 10-1 is about like hardship as a creative and like how we're all aiming for something greater for ourselves and our visions. And then, still is like being affected by an old romance that you can't ever get out of your head. And Calm Down is a story about, trying to play it cool in a relationship, but you're like already like totally in it and head over heels and you can't help yourself. And so it's like, these are specific enough that they're not, anything that we've done before, but I think shared experience is the one thing that I would say is what we try to do every time we're doing new music.
Okay, Catherine's trying to hold her hand up.
Oh, Catherine's trying to hold her hand up.
First question.
She had one question. I think she was trying to get in there for a while. Maybe we could do that one. One last one.
Hello, I'm Catherine. First of all, GMU represent. Finishing up my bachelor's this semester.
Nice.
And second of all, with the new music coming out, do you think we'll be possibly seeing any merch coming?
Absolutely. We're on it right now. Like we're talking to guys. Jack is like on top of that. We've got like a couple artists that we're talking to that are going to help us put merch out. It's been a while since we've done anything like that. So we're going to be posting that stuff pretty soon. I think once the album is out, we'd like to have like a bunch of new stuff, certainly shirts. We love shirts and we haven't had any shirts, with fun designs. Yeah, onesies. Thomas said burn the ballroom onesies are important. But yeah, no, absolutely in the next month, certainly when the release of the album happens, we're going to have a bunch of new stuff. And so maybe we should do a limited run of like GMU related shirts.
I got 3 GMU alumni.
Three of us went to GMU. Jack, Josh, and myself, we've all done GMU. So, we've been there. Good luck.
Well, thank you, Jack.
Yeah, you went to Virginia Tech, clown.
Well, I like to sit here and talk with you guys all night. You were just so fascinating, but I think it's time to probably wrap it up.
Yeah, we got pool. We have to play a game of pool
Yeah,
upstairs.
you got to play pool and also, the pinball machine. But I really appreciate the show you put on. It was wonderful. I know H and Ted did too. And also this Zoom green room session was very, very interesting and informative. And I can't wait until your new record comes out.
Thank you so much. Again, thank you for having us. It was an honor to be here. I mean, this place has such a legacy. It's so iconic. And so to be able to come here, to get invited to stay here, to play here, it was really just like the highlight of the year. So thank you again. And thank you for everybody joining in. Thank you for the questions.
Hi, Brooke.
Yeah, thank you,
Hello.
everybody, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Hope you all have a good night.
Thank you guys.
Thanks,
Have a
everybody.
good night. Be safe.
Be safe.
Cut the feed. Cut the feed.